Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Crypto News Analyst. I'm your host, Tobias Nelson. This is not financial advice, but rather an in-depth look at the cryptocurrency headlines today. Let's get it. So, as we know, things are starting to heat up in the crypto market. We've been seeing a lot of FUD, and we've also now found out that the F2 pools have been pushing down Bitcoin by selling off all of the stuff that they've been mining. I mean, huge amounts of it, and it's all keeping the bull from raging forward. But now we're starting to see corporate and institutional investors get involved with Bitcoin and some of the other altcoins. Let's take a look at this article, because they're saying here on the Cointelegraph that if just a small percentage of regular institutional investors, corporate guys, start investing in the Bitcoin, it has no choice but to reach epic proportions. So let's take a look. Corporate buy-ins could take Bitcoin price over 500K. All right. Bitcoin could fetch at least $535,000 price tag if corporate buyers convert 10% of their cash reserves to the largest cryptocurrency. In one of the various conclusions from this latest report, Preparing for Institutions, investment firm ARK said that even a 1% allocation from S&P 500 companies would be enough to increase BTC/USD prices by 40%, which means basically if they just allocate a little bit of money toward Bitcoin, we could see this thing pushing towards 40,000, which is already doing on its own. Okay, so what we're going to find out here is that based on what ARK simulated portfolio allocations, they're saying that even if you invest between 2.5 and 6.5%, it could raise the price of Bitcoin to around 200 to 500K. And here are the charts that are basically displaying what's going on and who are the people who will be investing in these things. Now, this is going to segue into our next topic, which is about some of these corporate investors. And we're going to come to find out what's been going on and why our bull hasn't been raging. Let's jump on into our next topic. Now, Grayscale has been the largest institutional investor over the last 2 years in Bitcoin and other crypto. Now, they have a thing that's going on, whereas when they purchase crypto or other investment assets, they lock it up for a while. And so what that means is when they lock it up, no one is allowed to invest in that asset until the unlocking. Now, tomorrow we have this huge unlocking of Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust, which means proportionately we're going to see flooding of the market from people who are corporate, large insurance companies, large people who invest in these things coming into the crypto market starting tomorrow. Now, as we know, over the weekend, over 500 million was moved from Coinbase into cold storage or into active wallets. So basically what we're seeing now is these huge companies are starting to scoop up as much Bitcoin as possible. Now, in the last segment, I spoke on how the F2 pool, which was brought to my attention by BitBoy Crypto, was basically dumping, selling, shorting crypto all month long, crushing us, wrecking people, and stopping the bull, slowing the bull down. Now, with the things that have happened with Wall Street and the things that are going on with Robinhood and these centralized exchanges, we're going to see Bitcoin DeFi explode on the scene. Today has been, definitely an eye-opener, as we can see. Since the exposure of a lot of these things, I believe these companies are starting to back off and kind of play their cards a little differently, because the decentralized media is huge and they're starting to make waves here. So there should be a resurgence of the Bitcoin bull run tomorrow. Grayscale has been holding on to so much Bitcoin that it definitely has to have an effect on the market. Let's continue with our news for today. Now, Microstrategy drops another 10 million on Bitcoin. What a surprise. These huge companies that are starting to move forward with learning more about Bitcoin and understanding that this is probably the best asset, especially when it comes to performance in human history. Now, Bitcoin is about to revolutionize how people are moving money, how they feel about banks, how they feel about their own money and investing. So these huge companies want to get out in front and take control of that, because if people become independent, decentralized investors, then that changes what banks have, their purpose and their point. They have none. They have no place at that point. So this is what's going on. Let's check out what they're saying. The business intelligence firm has picked up a further 295 Bitcoin as its holdings grow to 2.5 million. These are the same people who a few years ago were saying that Bitcoin basically was a fraud. It wasn't worth anything. Don't put your money in it. These guys are now starting to flood into the market. Okay, look at what they're saying on Twitter here. MicroStrategy has purchased approximately 295 Bitcoin for 10 million in cash at an average price of 33,800 per coin. We now hold 71,000 Bitcoins acquired for 1.5 billion at an average price of 16,000 per coin. Now, this goes on to explain why the bull run has not just crazily blown off the handles, because we have MicroStrategy, Grayscale, we have retail investors moving off of these centralized apps like Robinhood coming into the market. Why have we not seen Bitcoin run away? Why haven't we seen the moon? I hope you guys do have your moon bags ready, because this is about to be a great month in my opinion. I believe that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and DeFi are about to challenge each other. They're actually going to jock for position. Now Wall Street bets and these other guys are trying to manipulate the market in the favor for Bitcoin. I'm not a big fan of manipulation, no matter who's doing it. So in my opinion, it really doesn't matter one way or the other what these guys are doing. The truth is, Bitcoin is the top performing asset over the last century, period. Just period. And it's starting to now show the purpose, because the things that spawned out of Bitcoin are altcoins and decentralized exchanges, and these guys are definitely taking over the market. As you can see, Uniswap is now just galloping down on Binance right now, as we can see. So let's move into another topic and see exactly what we have going on here. Now, Forbes is reporting that the Robinhood CEO dismisses Elon Musk's conspiracy about the GameStop trade limits. Now, as we all know, over the last week or so, these guys have been going back and forward about these stocks, whether it be AMC or GameStop. This guy, Vlad, the CEO, basically shut down trading and limited trading on those stocks after they were skyrocketing based on a Wall Street Bets collaboration. Elon Musk stepped in on a video chat app called Clubhouse and found out that Vlad was in there, and he just challenged him on everything. Here's what Vlad basically had to say. Okay, let's scroll down here. It's a little bit further down. Boom, boom. Musk then asks Tenevi, did something shady go down here? And suggested that the Citadel Security, which executes orders placed on Robinhood, might have a strong say in deciding who is employed at the NSCC, which initially made the massive $3 billion demand. So what went on is, when those people started winning and wanting to cash out, the company, the Citadel Securities Company, which basically handles the money portion of Robinhood, demanded $3 billion from the Robinhood company in order to cover their normal securities credit line. because they have to have certain amount liquid on each, for whatever, however much transaction activity they have going on. So now we're starting to see that these guys aren't gonna ever fess up and say, yeah, I did it, I had something to do with this and that. So they just kind of pass the buck, hide their hands. But one thing's for sure, Robinhood and these other guys are pretty much gonna go down. And I mean, I don't think that there's anything they can do now with the strength of what Bitcoin is now. If Bitcoin and altcoins, were just a new thing, then maybe. But these guys have been around 10 years plus now, and they're not having it. So here's the keys to what we're looking for Bitcoin. Number one, DeFi taking over the game. Number two, Bitcoin, Ethereum is basically being fudged down. FUD, F-U-D, FUD down. Also, there's being shorted right now. So hopefully the shorting has stopped. And tomorrow, Grayscale is going to unlock its corporate trust. So people are going to start flooding in to these different trusts in order to invest. And we should see the price of Bitcoin not gradually but quickly launch off, and we want to see this thing moon. I know everybody in the cryptocurrency world is locked in. If you're new here, please comment, share, like, subscribe. I would like to thank you for coming here on the Crypto News Analyst. Join us next time. This is the Crypto News Analyst.